Hello, everyone, and welcome to ReelQuick, episode 165. Today, we have a draft suggested by our patron, Stefan Niebrick. Shout out you, also an executive producer. So if you want to join our Discord, our Patreon, check out the links down below. Join the community that is growing stronger and stronger as the days go by. But today, we're going to be drafting TV/movie characters that you would have inside your own head for each emotion of Inside Out. Sticking with the original one, because Inside Out 2 introduces anxiety, ennui, tons of different emotions. But we're sticking with joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. And we saw like Twitter has been trendy lately to be like, you know, if this is what my head would look like for Inside Out, and be a quote tweet with, you know, various casts of characters or whatever. For us, we're just gonna pick movie characters, TV characters one by one, any order we want to go. It's going myself, then George, and Seth, and we'll weave our way back and forth. But joy, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, in any order that we want. So I got the first pick here, and I'm going to go emotion. I will start with sadness. I feel like is like the easiest one to pick off, but I only have two prepped, and I think they might be picked. So I'll go Paul Mescal, After Sun will be my sadness.
Dude, that
Paul
was
Mescal, After Sun. His character is Callum.
I've gone completely the wrong way here. That's a really good one.
Legitimately the only one I had in my head for sadness. And now I'm fucking.
Well,
that's a really good. Mine is too stupid for that. That's a really good one, actually.
Now you've ruined my life.
You don't have to just pick sadness. You can save it for later, George, but it's your pick for any of them.
All right, it's my pick. Damn, I was so locked into fucking sadness, man. I didn't even think of anything else. All right, I'm gonna stick with fuck. This is such a tough draft, man. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start with joy, and I'm gonna take Penny Lane from Almost Famous. I think I mean, why not? That's just, you know, joy personified. That's just, she's always in a good mood. She's always happy, always looking at the glass half full kind of person. You know, I wish I was that kind of person, but I'm not. But she is, so put her in my head.
Valid. Seth, back to backs. What do you got for us?
All right, I'm going to take Disgust. And me and Tyler spoke about this because there's two ways you could either do someone who's easily disgusted or someone who's disgusting. I don't really know as portrayed in films. But I've gone with the easily disgusted. And a man who is as pompous as any is Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter. I was going to go Draco, but like Lucius is like...
I think that's a fantastic, because his facial expressions is 99.9% of the time disgusted with everything in the world. That's a great pick. Great first pick. That's because I think that's the hardest emotion to think of. And that dude is disgusted all the time. Your next pick. Any other pick?
I'm gonna go anger. And even though I don't watch this show, I haven't watched it in years. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. First one that came to mind is Eric Cartman from South Park.
That's a great
one. That guy is just like, angry all the fucking time. Like he is shouting 24/7. So,
those are great first two picks. George, you're up now.
All right, I'm gonna go right down the line, go to sadness, and I'm gonna take Lee Chandler, who is Casey Affleck's character in Manchester by the Sea.
That was the other one I prepped.
Yeah, I'm still upset. I'm still upset I didn't get Paul Mescal, Callum.
It's okay. That's another great pick. I almost picked it because I knew you were probably going to go Paul Mescal, and I knew if Cam was here, you probably would have too. So I figured I had to get him on my board early. But
listen, I respect it.
Yeah. Now I have back to backs here. I'm going to go with my disgust because I only have one prep for it. Someone who's disgusted very easily is a woman who, every time she lies, she gets violently ill. And that's Ana de Armas and Knives Out, Marta Cabrera. Every time she lies, she throws up on the spot. So that's my disgust as Ana de Armas. And then let's see, joy, fear, anger, my last three. I will go with
possible draft.
Yeah, it's tough.
Just so we know.
I'll go with Paul Giamatti as Paul Hunnam from the Holdovers for anger. It's the classic wagging your finger at hooligans and bad little boys who are messing up your school. Love Paul Giamatti in the Holdovers, and he's a little grump, but I mean, he gets a little nicer by the end of it. But just angry at children being miscreants in his class. George, fear, anger, or disgust? What's next?
I have my pick. I just want to make sure I got it. Okay, I'm gonna go with Les Grossman, who is Tom Cruise's character in Tropic Thunder. He's got like 3 minutes of screen time, but it's him absolutely screaming at people that work for him. So we'll go with that as the angry character.
Well, his other screen time is him dancing. Don't forget that. But I think it's end credit scene, post credit scene. Isn't there like a whole scene of him? It might just
I don't know.
Mandela affecting. I haven't seen it in 15 years, but I swear he's dancing in that. Seth, you back to back. Joy, sadness, fear.
Fuck, man. All right, I'll go. Okay, I'll go joy. First character that came into my mind is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So just joyous fella right there.
Mm-hmm. Bro is always happy.
He is always happy.
Can also work for fear too.
But I don't want it to work for fear.
Which Scooby-Doo? Are you Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed? What are you doing?
For joy? Scooby-Doo 1. The first one.
Scooby-Doo. On the tropical island.
Yeah.
Sadness or fear?
Now I'm really struggling because sadness, my pick for sadness is unbelievably stupid. Any of you guys seen Meet the Robinsons?
Not in a long time.
So he has like a roommate called Goob who's just like sad all the time for no reason. I mean, he is like an orphan, to be fair. So, And I'm not going to go with Goob. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Padraig Sullivan from Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, that's great.
How about that one? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer for you.
Yeah, I just thought about it now.
Could also go with Barry Keoghan's character as well.
You could also go with
quite sad.
You could also go with Colm Doherty's character. Like, they're all pretty fucking.
Yeah, everyone who lives on that bleak island. George, disgust or fear?
I'm gonna go with fear, and I'm gonna go with Madison Mitchell, who is the main character from *Malignant*. She spends the entire movie just absolutely frightened by Gabriel. So we'll go
*Malignant*, mid-movie.
No, stop it.
Malignant.
Final two, joy and fear. For fear, I have two written down. For joy, I only have one. So I'll go joy first. I'll go Koji Yakusho and Perfect Days as Hirayama. Similar to George's
I like that a lot.
Similar to Penny Lane and Almost Famous. How you said that's not what you're like at all, but you'd like to be. That's me with Hirayama and then Perfect Days. And fear, I have two. So I don't know if I want to go. So one fear is like a very logical guy who's like fearful. Like, it's like, yeah, you're scared of things you should be scared of. So logical one. Then there's also another one that's scared of everything, illogically, irrationally. We'll go with him because it's more fun. We'll go with Nick Swardson as Howie from the Benchwarmers, the guy who's afraid of the sun, who eats sunblock. Every time he goes outside, he has a sword that he's like pointing at the sky, screaming. It's a sillier pick, and I probably just sold on my final pick, but I don't care. George, disgust, your final pick of your emotions draft.
Yeah, I'm gonna go disgust. Funny enough, Seth took a Harry Potter character for disgust. I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna take Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, there's a few. There's also like I was thinking like you could have gone. There's a lot of Game of Thrones characters for disgust. Any Lannister other than Tyrion is there. Like really. What have I got?
Fear. Close this out.
Fear.
I'm kind of like struggling with fear a little bit, to be honest. I haven't been able to identify a character who's always scared, or I just can't think of any. What did you say? Okay. I'll go, just because he seems like a little bit of a little bitch, I'll go Michael Cera's character in Superbad, Evan. He just gives me like anxious vibes, you know? He's just that kind of guy. So I'll go, Evan in Superbad. He is Evan, isn't he?
Really good job. I don't love my picks. I was gonna pick Daniel Kaluuya as OJ Haywood for Nope for fear, because like logical fears. Like you're saying Nope when you see stupid stuff. But I like Seth's draft. I think a fear, another one would be like, I don't know any of their names, but anyone that's the main person from a Final Destination movie, where the whole movie they're just terrified because they know death is about to happen.
Yeah.
That's just
but then
fear.
They're like rational, you know. So
True.
it's in a way which you want to play. It's like irrational, rational. I think irrational is kind of funnier.
Very fair.
Yeah.
But our picks for emotions we'd have inside our heads. Myself, I selected joy will be Hirayama, Koji Yakusho from Perfect Days. Sadness, Paul Mescal, who plays Callum in After Sun. Fear, Nick Swartzen plays Howie in The Benchwarmers. Anger, Paul Giamatti playing Paul Hunnam in The Holdovers. Disgust, Ana de Armas as Marta Cabrera in Knives Out. George selects for joy, Penny Lane from Almost Famous. Sadness, Casey Affleck from Manchester by the Sea as Lee Chandler. Fear, Madison Mitchell from Malignant. Anger, Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder, played by Tom Cruise. And Disgust, Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter. Seth selects joy, being Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Sadness, Podrick Sullivan from The Banshees of Inisherin. Fear, Michael Cera playing Evan in Superbad. Anger, Eric Cartman from South Park. And Disgust being Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter. Let us know who you think's won in the comments and on Twitter and our polls. I'm sure Mateo will make a nice video montage of this. That'll be great as well. So excited to see what the TikTok comments have to say for this. But yeah, there's our draft of Inside Out emotions in our head. Let us know who you think won. And we will see patrons tomorrow with our review of The Apartment. And everyone else, we will see you next week with Real Talk episode 99 covering Deadpool and Wolverine. Wow, those cameos are crazy in that movie, right? Yeah, surprising, shocking. Can't believe Miles Morales is in the MCU now. Just predictions. This comes out the day the movie comes out. We'll see if any of those are right. But yeah, peace out.